So, Kohila, is hydrogen safe?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I guess a question that the industry and all the customers entering into this segment are asking. My name is Kohila Malazemi, and I'm the product line director for plant products. I've been working most of my career in the safety and risk business. So I have a lot of passion for safety and of course risk.
My name is Karen Monsen. I am a regional manager. We deliver projects and products to help our customers transition to hydrogen.
So we see that the market is out there, the customers are asking questions. There's a lot of engagement into that area. And we also think that there's some clear statements out there with ambitions on both the Paris Agreement and other places where we see that this is going to be a big thing going forward. Only in Europe, there's 500,000 plants already on hydrogen, and there's 40,000 kilometers of pipeline being repurposed for hydrogen. So obviously this will be a big thing going forward. And the safety related to it is obviously a big topic. But I think we have to accept the fact that the transition till we are there will not happen overnight. And we will have to accept that it comes from other sources and work ourselves through that. The part of it that comes to the safety, Kohila, you're really engaged in that.
Absolutely. So you're right, Karin, that there are basically these energy trilemmas that exist at the moment with the affordability and reliability of the energy, with having a more greener and cleaner energy as a second, aspects of this trilemma, but also most importantly is safety. Yeah. And security. And obviously with all the new chemicals coming into the picture, into the energy mix, there are safety challenges.
Yeah, and that was kind of because the safety part is a big one. So what do we work with to really achieve the goal on safety to make sure that the transition happens safely?
Yeah, so absolutely. That's a good question. Of course, hydrogen presents a lot of opportunity with, decarbonizing the industry and obviously helping and supporting the energy transition, but it's not without challenges. The current safety regulations that we have in the industry for hydrocarbon materials are not applicable for hydrogen as such. And hence there are safety related challenges that need to be addressed and properly studied and reviewed with both storage, distribution, but also the end use of the hydrogen. So the natural gas is not new to the industry and consumers. We have been using it for many, many years. There are a lot of knowledge and experience from natural gas, but also we have to bear in mind that hydrogen is different, significantly different from natural gas in many ways. Obviously, hydrogen has different physical and chemical characteristics compared to natural gas. It has the burning velocity is higher, and a higher concentration is much more explosive compared to natural gas. So all of this introduce different challenges, some uncertainties to the industry. And particularly when we are really increasing the scalability of hydrogen with all the projects that you mentioned, the pipelines that are being repurposed, not only in Europe, but globally, these things are presenting safety concerns that need to be addressed. And of course, on top of that is the public perception and public acceptance. Because when these pipelines are passing by the schools and the houses and residential area, then we need to kind of make sure that we gain the confidence and trust of the public before we kind of take the hydrogen to the end use and the kind of end users and the consumers. But these are safety challenges. I'm sure there are technical challenges as well. I'm sure you are talking to customers and hearing from them. What are the technical challenges? What are your reflections?
But yeah, technical, there are many. And the entire value chain are facing these different challenges, from the production of it to storage, to transportation, to distribution. And obviously things are being built for the purpose and refurbished for the purpose. And I think the production sites that are out there need to take in how can they technically adapt what's there to make sure that we can reuse some of that capacity, but also how can we reuse the transportation utilities like pipelines, for instance, into making sure that they are able and applicable to transport hydrogen alongside or instead of any other energy source. So I think that's something that the industry are definitely facing. And one of the, or several of the projects we have been working on lately are related to inserting hydrogen into existing pipelines, and customers have the ambition to either make whole cities supplied by hydrogen. And obviously within that comes both integrity issues with the pipelines, the simulation of how does it behave within the pipelines, and the ability to adopt accordingly. So this is really one of the key challenges we are talking to customers about, and that is something they are facing. So
it's a very good example, and of course we also see that the very same customers kind of entering into this emerging market. They would like to also have some support in terms of the safety aspects of it. So just to give you some examples, as you mentioned, the pipeline customers that are repurposing these pipelines from natural gas, or they're using the national grid to introduce hydrogen, then they have done the safety studies and the safety cases, etc., for natural gas, but it is not kind of correct to assume that the risk will be the same, or by just comparing the characteristics of hydrogen versus natural gas.
Behavior is totally different.
Absolutely. And we also need some more life sort of experiment evidence of what and how hydrogen behaves. So our customers are quite interested to get some help about running these studies or accessing some models, so that they have a better understanding of what it means to really convert and repurpose these pipelines into hydrogen. Because if certainly the risk is not within the acceptable level, then they need to think about additional control measures to put in place, whether it's hardware barriers or whether soft barriers like procedures and etc. processes to then support to bring the risk back to the acceptable level.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I think the whole value chain and the industry at large really need. This is a joint effort coming from all parts of it, and I think we're all part of the solution. And I think the value chain from the production side all the way down to the usage of it is they all need to take their share in that, and the industry need to take on responsibility, work through it, and also obviously take in the differences between what they're doing today and how do they adapt to make it, as you say, safe. And also how can they be part of that transition and not lagging behind.
Correct.
But obviously everybody joined together need to take that responsibility. I think that's where the solution lies within.
Yes, the collaboration is the key.
Collaboration is definitely the key.